Okay, hello everybody. I hope you've been having a good week so far. My week has been interesting, in a good way, but I'll get to that in a bit. Alright, so let's get to the art. I didn't have any time to really work on this since last week, so we're still trying to figure out how exactly to show off the shoot. Well, not show. Well, no, yes, showing off is important. But okay, still working on how the shoe design should look. Okay, yeah, I have this. And something I kind of want to try and just mess around with. Okay, wait, this is on this layer, right? Okay. This part is, so yeah. Okay. I think I'll just try and distort it a bit. No, not like that. Okay, maybe skew is what I want first. No, we don't skew it. With perspective, help it. Not exactly. Yeah, no, perspective isn't helping much. Free transform actually kind of helps. But okay, I don't think like that did help give an idea. I will admit that. So what the hell is on layer 14? Oh, layer 14 is the hair. Okay, got it. But like it helped give some like a bit of an idea. Because obviously when I'm drawing this, I like ideally it's in the middle of the shoe. So if we're seeing the shoe from the side like here, then obviously the part that's on this side should be seen as like a bit bigger than the part that's on this side. Obviously not like a huge difference, but there should be like a bit noticeable. At least I feel like that's how it should work. Then there's also the other thing about having this part in here, which is supposed to be like raised up. In which case, this, like, the inner part should definitely be closer on this side and have more of a gap here. To just basically show off that, yes, this is a raised part, and so, like, at this angle, this edge of the raised part is closer to this edge of the base than this side. Like, they look closer, I mean. Oh. Hello, Red. Alright, looks like I got a Lamia scale for you. Nice. And 64 thefts. That's nice. Nice! I'm glad you can be here the entire time, Red. Okay. You know, actually, that looks pretty nice. Could be a bit better to have this be a bit bigger. It doesn't need to perfectly match this side because, like, the perspective is going to make it so the right side here does seem to be a bit bigger as it's closer. No, it's not bad. But I do think I should at least get rid of these in here. Those lines are probably messing up my sense of, like, scale for it. Okay. Okay, actually, might benefit me if I try and figure out like a kind of center line for the shoe here. So I turn off second draft and this layer. If I try and just get a center line here, that might actually help me, like, figure a few things out. It's something to try. It's like, if this were a shoe here, and obviously there is like another part of the shoe that's on this side, but because of perspective, we're not seeing it. We're just seeing like the edge here. So if I go kind of like something like this, okay. Wrong layer. Okay, so if it was something like this, Okay, gonna want to redraw this line too. At the very least, like, thin out this part. Okay, actually, yeah, I am liking that. It feels like it actually kind of, like, sits better on the foot, like on the shoe there. Okay. Now to draw the inner part. Which we kind of have, like, we're going to be closer on this side and we can go a bit taller here. And then maybe about middle of the ground for here. Okay, actually, wait, this one was a bit too much. Okay, so something like that. Just realized I need to keep this off to actually connect all of these little spokes. Okay, close enough there. All right. Now let's swap back to the proper layer. Okay, I am liking that a lot better. All right. So I've got the shoe idea figured out. Just need to do it on the other one as well. Thank you for the foot compliment, Red. And how have you been spending your day after, like, realizing what you're gonna have to do with your dryer? Because that is just an unfortunate thing to have to deal with. Okay. So over here, this side, let's see. Oh, I'm still on eraser. Okay, I was wondering, was I on the wrong layer? But no, I was just trying to erase something that wasn't there. Ooh, nice. Always a good day when you can just, like, just put some music or long videos on YouTube and then just do other stuff. And getting some cleaning done. Always a helpful thing. Okay. Oh, yeah, flare these out. Okay, maybe not that much flare. Okay, no, that one's a bit much. Should be like this. Doesn't need to flare out much, just enough to make a distinction between the pants, effectively, and the shoe. I mean, it's all boots, but giving that little distinction there makes it easier to just kind of imagine that, okay, yeah, the foot can actually have, like, some freedom of movement. Okay. Let me go down like that. Oh, that far, yeah. Just start curving around here. Okay, now make it go. Okay, that much lower. Okay, that looks good. Yep, the feet do need to be able to move. Okay, looks good. Just kind of need to have this part, just like this section, curve a little bit more. That way we can have a little area where the... Basically, I feel like it looks better if there's a little space, like this little section here kind of is a... This line basically points where, like, kind of the shoe kind of bulges out a bit there before it's like draws closer in for the sole of it. And I feel like it just gives off a better visual, like better visual if there's also a little bit here that's separated as well. Okay. Yeah, 20-minute ones are pretty good. I mean, for me, when I think of long-term videos on YouTube, it's like hour-long, either just deep dives on a subject or just speed runs. Great things to just have on the background for listening to. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, no, it definitely requires some getting used to for stuff like that. And honestly, even with like the hour-long stuff that I watch, I honestly don't think I could watch it if I was only watching it. I can only really deal with them when I'm like also doing something else. Greetings, Azrael. I hope you've been having a wonderful week so far. Okay. Yeah, the week has been... Well, it can definitely feel long. Okay, yeah, if you have access to the movies thanks to YouTube Premium, I Yeah, I can definitely understand just putting those on if you want to watch a long video. Okay. So, again, kind of goes like this. Then like that. I feel like that's a good kind of like center dividing line. I mean, it feels good. And actually, to be fair with like... Actually, wait, let me get these in. Oh yeah, I had to move the legs out. I was a bit confused, like, wait, why are these shoes on my design not matched up with the legs? I kind of forgot that I had to kind of move the legs out a bit. Well. Yeah, well, what you gonna do? Okay, maybe try again. Okay, actually, that feels like it works better. All right. Except I drew it on the wrong layer. Oh, thankfully that's easily solved. All right, got you to a new one. Oh. Yep, merge it down there. Okay. So now get on the right layer for Cyrus. Okay. Going like that. And a bit longer on this side. Okay. Okay, not bad. Of course, the important part is we get the stubby little guys here. Then a bit larger for this part. Okay, no, I see the issue here. need to have this side be a bit like closer here. Like about that much. Or maybe not exactly that far, but like here maybe. Well, I know for one thing, when I do plan on, for this character sheet, doing like close-up shots of some of like the armor pieces, I'm definitely gonna be drawing like the shoes from like a head-on perspective, just so I can actually have all the details like properly oriented for that one. Just trying to figure out how to do it from like a perspective like this. Ooh. And even that's still looking weird. Maybe I'm just making it too much longer. Okay, actually, that one looks good. You get tiny ones here. The longer ones here. And then a bit medium length for here. Just gotta trim this a bit. Okay. Yeah, they don't exactly look the same, but again, like the shoe, like the feet are kind of at different angles, so it's weird. And again, that's why I'm going to draw like one image of the boot with more close-up detail and have it with a like directly head-on orientation. That way I can just get it better with that, and I don't have to worry about perspective confusing me. Okay. And I can just go on to layer 14. Rid of that. Okay. Okay, I feel like I've gotten... okay. One thing that I want to... one other thing I want to do is add a bit more detail to the main body. Not anything too large or... like not a big thing. But like... you can see with Geo here has this, I guess, this yellow line here. The Cygnus wing at least has a bit more of a pattern. And they didn't do anything for Taurus Fire just because his chest is like it just pretty much starts at the torso for him. His legs, all he gets is the little hooves and knee spikes, and that's all he needs for there. He is a very top-heavy boss. Like, design-wise and literally. And for Heart, they gave her the little dress, so... Yeah, I don't need anything too... like, large, but... like, I just kind of want something to just kind of break this up a bit. Now I just need to think of what that something is. Okay, and while I think that, I can mention, I can actually tell my story about the annoying thing that happened at work today. Okay, so to give you all a bit of context for this, at the place where I work, where I'm part of laptop refurbishment, I'm basically in the cosmetics department where we repaint the laptops. Anyway, as part of how inventory is managed at this place, we have some RF scan guns, and pretty much as we go to paint the, like, my process for getting through my laptops and painting them is, first I scan the barcode for the laptop to get its case number, and what I'm doing, I also like sign off that yes, I am doing cosmetic reverberation on this laptop. So it's scan, sign, prep the laptop surface, pretty much just wipe it down with a cloth and some soap, then paint. And that's pretty much, I follow that for all the laptops. And when we scan it, like, when we scan the barcode for the laptop, we then have to scan another barcode, which is pretty much where the laptop is going in inventory. Basically, we have to scan it to a location. So, all that's pretty simple, makes sense. So today, oh, and another bit of context is that at 9, 11, and 1, we have to send down the laptops we finished painting, and the ones that, well, we finished painting them and they're dry. We send it down to the cleaning line for so they can get inspected, and if they pass inspection, then they can get sent to be packed out and shipped out. So yeah, we have to send out a batch at 9, 11, and 1. So it's a little after 9. My senior coworker had been the one to take the batch down. He comes back and he's bringing, well, basically when he comes back, he tells us that, okay, something about the process has been changed by someone upper management. I have no idea why they changed it. I think it might have been like they might have been hoping to improve like inventory with it. Like actually make it easier to know where stuff is. I have no idea why they did it. I have no idea why management does any of the stuff they do. They don't tell me. I just paint laptops. But anyway, they've made a change, and so the new process is that each batch of laptops gets scanned to a different location. And we only get the next location, like the location for the next batch, after we deliver the current batch. Now, on the face of it, this doesn't seem too bad, but I think if you remember like how I described my process, you might start to see some of the issues with it. Mainly, we start working on the next batch before the current batch is even sent out. Because otherwise, it gets really hard to meet the quota. Like, I can finish up my first batch, like, by 8 o'clock. So, obviously, I don't want to just waste an hour doing nothing, because then that just makes it harder for me to actually keep up my quota. So I could start working on my second batch. And according to this new process, I'm not going to be able to scan these to anything because we won't have a location until we send our current batch. Now, in the grand scheme of things, this doesn't really change too much about how like the paint room operates, but it's such a massive change in the actual workflow. It's a massive change for no apparent benefit or like reason. It's just absurd. Like, it felt like a change that was made just to make a change. I could see no actual benefit for this, and it was absurd. So, yeah, after he came back and told us, literally everyone in the paint room, myself, my senior coworker, and the trainee from another warehouse, all of us agreed that was just really stupid, really pointless, and it was, like, it just really was. Like, the only good thing that came of it was that it gave us something to complain about. And honestly, Red, I have no idea. Like, I don't know if the person who did it was doing it just... Like, I have no idea why it was happening. Like, management might have actually thought, like, oh yes, this is a great idea. Like, I have no context on how this even became an idea to, like, make this change. It's absurd. But, yeah, so we basically came to terms with that stupid decision, and we got back to work. Then, when it came to be around 11, I took the second batch down. And, of course, I knew that, like, after I take it down, I'm going to have to get the new location that we send the third batch to. So, I take it down, tell the people to clean line, like, how many we sent down. Then I ask if they can give me the, like, location barcodes. We run into some computer issues, just like some basic, how do we, like, use Excel issues. Honestly, I think the computer that they were using was just not having a good day today. So, like, no issue with them, just in general, sometimes you try and use a computer, it just does not want to work with you. But, yeah, so what should have been, like, maybe about a 10-minute trip, go down, drop off everything I need to, come back, ended up turning into a 30-minute excursion where we just kept trying to figure out, like, okay, wait, is this the correct location label? Because it's not matching up with, like, the previous one we had. And throughout all of it, eventually someone went to the manager to ask for clarification about what was supposed to be happening, because they had been told about it yesterday, and like everyone there in cleaning also thought it was really stupid. So they went to talk to the manager, and then the manager told them, like, oh no, they're only supposed to get a new location daily. They're not supposed to get multiple locations in a day, which was completely different to what like he had told them. Which, like, by the time that bit of information had floated back down to me, I was just, like, I was done. I was pretty much just like, internally I was thinking like, ah yes, this is a successful company. Like, with all the sarcasm I could layer on that. Just so stupid and absurd. And hell, one of the people down there pretty much said, just like, yeah, he says that today, and like, wait in a month and he'll say he never said that. And it's just, I don't know why any of it's happening, but at the very least, I'm glad that it's just a daily thing. Because at the very least, that means that all my senior coworker has to do is that when he gets there in the morning and goes to get his stuff up, he just has to swing by the cleaning line, get the location for the day, and then we're good. It is just absurd. But I might not have to deal with it for much longer. So now to get into the good news. And it is some very good news. So one of the applications I sent out, well, this application, after I sent the application out, they responded to me and sent me like a list of, well, basically questions they'd usually ask in the interview. They just wanted me to fill them out to the best of my ability and get back to them and like send it back to them. So I did do it to like the best of my ability. I did, like, I honestly felt that even though it was the best of my ability, it was not good on like the answers to quite a few of the questions, because quite a few of them, my answer was basically, I don't know what this is, I have no experience with it. Like, hell, I think even one of them, I pretty much even say like, I don't remember running into any issues like this, but that doesn't mean I never ran into them, it just means I didn't, just means I don't remember them. And like, that was how I was answering the questions. And so, and also just for like context of, so basically, so yeah, we got context for that. So today, after I got done with the entire half-hour kerfluffle at 11, I went to take my lunch break. Then I checked my emails, and I got a reply from the company saying that I had been selected for the position. And now, of course, like, just that email by itself does not mean, oh, I'm hired. I still need to get, like, the written letter of offer. And also, they mentioned a few, well, not exactly a few, they mentioned one other part. I just need to get the email already. Okay, where it says, like, this message serves a conditional pre-offer notification and is subject to the successful completion of our standard pre-employment requirements and the issuance of a formal written offer letter. So throughout the rest of the email, the only thing that I can tell is like a pre-employment requirement is basically it just needs some, they needed some information from me, which was just to like get the registration preparation of the offer letter. They just need my full name, my address, and my phone number. So I think that is literally the only parts of the pre-employment requirements. Unless there's something more in the offer letter, there might be. So yeah, I had just gotten done dealing with like the most confusing and annoying instance of management incompetence to just receive that. So yeah, that was a very big swerve in my emotions right there. Like walking out to my car, just going like, God, this company, why is it like this? Oh, I cannot wait till I can leave here. And then just literally getting the email saying like, yeah, you're gonna be able to leave here soon. Like honestly, I couldn't. Like it took me a bit to believe. Just like, wait, is this saying Wait, you're saying I got accepted? And this is the one I sent in those answers to? So that is very nice, but I can't really feel too well until I have the offer letter in my hands. It still definitely doesn't feel real. But if I get it, then I should have no worries about money. I should be able to cover like all my monthly expenses, my mortgage, my utilities, food and stuff. I should be able to cover all of that and have money left over to actually put back into my savings, which is a load off my mind. It's also going to be a remote position, so won't have to worry about like just doing any won't have to worry about going to an office building in the morning, won't have to worry about travel time. So that will be a much welcome thing. Just gotta get that offer letter. And of course, I'm definitely gonna need to be better about actually doing my remote work this time instead of like the last time I did remote work. I think, like, honestly, the last time I did it, I definitely had trouble focusing on actually doing the work. Got too easily distracted. So yeah, gonna have to put in some effort on that part. Okay. Oh. Nice tiny little neck pop. Not bad. Okay. Thank you, Red. And honestly, it might not hurt me to look into some things I can have for like my phone and stuff to just keep me from being on them too long at a time. Honestly, the biggest thing I'd be looking forward to, like, actually doing remote work is now I can actually use, like, my... Okay, actually, I need to look this up. So... Okay, yeah. I'd actually be able to use my crockpot to actually make some... Just like cook some big meals that like take multiple hours to cook. Because I mean, I've had that for a while. I haven't been able to use it for like last few years because like I was actually doing in-office work. So definitely didn't want to just like set that to cook while I'm not in my house. Yeah, I can actually start using that for stuff. And it'll just be nice. And I can actually start like trying out different recipes. Like actually getting this job and getting the pay that comes with it is just gonna like take a burden off of so many things and just make me feel like I can actually do stuff instead of just subsisting. And another benefit is that and this is a benefit that I will be making sure to do, is that I can actually study and try and test for some certifications. Because this job seems like a good thing, but I have no idea how long it'll last. So I want to buff up my portfolio, my resume, and all that while I can. I do not want to be spending like about a year trying to find another well-paying job. Like, I don't want to go through this again. So that means I really need to buckle down. I can't just like ease up on myself because, oh, I finally got a job now. I can just ignore everything. No, I can't do that. I cannot let myself get like that. Even if it's, well, I mean, yeah, it's definitely not going to be fun. But I need to do it. I need to study for certifications, get certifications. I need to make my own projects. I need to finish those projects. I need to build up an online portfolio. That way I can like actually show that off in future applications. I can't just rest on my laurels anymore. Okay. Okay, I kind of like how they have the like bodysuit for sickness. Like just kind of the clear delineation of leg and torso. Like, I like that, so I kind of want to do something similar. Although if I do that, then I have to... I'd have to try and figure out, like, okay, so what about the colors used there? Okay, yeah, that's definitely the trade-off. I could go with, like, without putting any extra detail on the body here. I could just go with that, and then the bodysuit can all just be one color. Like, that works. It's simple. But if I want to... Oh, wait. Okay, just realized I should probably have this be like... Actually, wait, is that even like a bit... Okay, no. Just realized I should probably have like... Okay, wait, I have so many things on here. Okay. Yeah, so I should probably have, like, the little chess piece, at least on here, have it be a, like, kind of go a bit out, so it's more obvious that it's, like, a piece of armor resting on the body instead of being in line with it. Which, I mean, it's not going to be too hard, just have to kind of, like, have these lines be a bit, just kind of, like, push the lines out a bit and just have this part kind of extend out a bit more. And instead of just having it end at where the neck is. Okay. Oh, actually, I can just merge that. Merge 16 into 15. And just get rid of this, don't need you. But yeah, so like, if I make a distinct delineation here, then that means I probably need to have like 2 colors. And it would, well, I mean, even if I do something like this, I need 2 colors, but if I do something small like this, then the color can be very different, but it's not going to stick out as much. Like, it ends up being an accent on it instead of, like, competing for attention. Okay. Alright, and, well, looks like we're going to be cleaning the kitchen, right? And, oh god, now I think about it, I really need to, like, on one of these days, I really need to just go through and wipe down all my countertops, clean off my stovetop. Oh boy. Oh yeah, and the microwave, need to clean that out too. Honestly, the most annoying part is that to do all of that, I'm gonna need to take stuff off the countertop, and then I need to figure out where I put that. Like, most of it won't be too hard to place somewhere else, but I have an air fryer I've got to unplug and put somewhere else. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna stick with, like, no big thing on here, but a kind of smaller accent symbol instead of trying to, like, delineate it. Again, yeah. Yeah, we can definitely make it fun, Red. But yeah, just need to figure out a, like, little accent thing for this. Okay, actually, I wonder. Okay, I need to kind of wear it. Okay. Now what if... Okay. Okay. So... No, wait, actually. Okay. God. They actually... Okay, it's not too bad for a straight line. I'm thinking honestly just something kind of similar to, like, not exactly a belt, but just kind of something around there I feel like would work nice. Okay, now it's a bit too deep. Actually, okay, that looks better. So I'm gonna need to move this on. Yeah, belts are pretty nice. I think this just kind of is gonna help me, like, kind of get both of what I wanted. It's not gonna be something that takes up like half the suit, so I have to worry about finding a good balance of colors. And it's also going to be something that kind of helps delineate it a bit. So I think it's a good middle ground. Just realized I had that off in a bit. Okay, closer. Right. And just... let's get something like this at the end of it. Okay, yeah. That helps. Alright. Okay, so any other details I want to hash out? Oh. Okay, one detail I can work on here is just extending this past here. And then just... yeah, and then just have it go and meet up with the armor here. Actually, just have it go and meet up with Pauldron's. Like so. That way it's, again, that way it looks more just like it's actually a like bit of armor on top of the shoulders and stuff. And not just something that's like in line with the neck. Okay. I still definitely want to figure something out with these. Because again, these are supposed to be like see-through parts. So it's kind of hard to like show off that like this part is see-through and also just kind of have it like, it just feels weird to like, just kind of feels weird to try and draw it like that. It's gonna be more obvious when you can like see it from other perspectives, and also once you get the color in. And I'm not exactly convinced I should have it be pointy on the sides. Like, it might work better if I just kind of like chop off like the points and just have them be like kind of flat edged. Okay, I gotta look at more of the references. Just figure out like what they do with it. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that probably better if I just like just kind of get rid of the pointy bits on the end. But I'm still going to be keeping this part here, like it's coming off the side of the helmet. But the pointy bit's got to go. Okay, so now we get something like that. I'm still okay with a pointy bit on the hand, so... like having that one come to a point in the back of the hands, I'm okay with that. Okay. Yes. Okay, yeah. 13. Okay. Okay. I think other than layer 14, I can probably combine 12, 13, and 15 together. After all, 12 is hands, 13 is the face, and 15 is like the rest of the stuff, so yeah. Okay. 14 I want to keep separate because actually having like the parts of the hair that are obscured by the body is going to be useful. Like keeping a layer for that's going to be useful for when I do the behind view. Okay. Okay, actually I'll keep 15 and 14 off blue for now. That way I know that when I get to a part where it's not blue, I just stop there for now, at least from going up from the second draft. Alright. Okay, now I'm just second guessing my actual, like, brush size for this. Thanks, Red. Hey, Varen. Glad you could drop by. I'd say it's going pretty well. I finished hashing out the details I wanted to touch up on this, so I'm kind of like drawing the third draft now. But, well, I hope you've been having a nice week so far, Varen. Oh. Oh, God. Okay, now that's a bit of a whiplash there. Oh, God, now I see it. It's just... Oh, God. Well, it's been going well, Varen. And there's a very good chance that I've finally got a new job that should cover all of my bills, which is a very nice thing. Yeah, as long as everything goes well, it will be nice. Oh, yeah, no, it should. Like, it really should. But I can't really be too sure of anything until I actually have the offer letter in hand. Okay, I can definitely tell that even once I get this finished, I definitely need to come back to this and actually dear God, just flipping horizontal just makes it so much obvious. So, yeah, even after I get, like, all the details down, I'm definitely just gonna need another go over to actually just try and have everything be balanced. Yeah, I mean, fair point, Red. Although I would like if I at least had, like, the mask and the helmet a bit more symmetrical. Like, I can deal with the eyes changing. Like, the eyes not being, like, perfectly symmetrical. Like, I can deal with that. Like, the face part, like, the actual parts of the body, I can deal with those not being, like, perfectly symmetrical. But it's just the fact that it's a helmet, where it should be, like, all one part. That feels like it should at least be fairly close. And also, this does kind of make me realize I made one wrist a lot skinnier than the other. Like, I don't need to be perfect. Like, I know that these are going to be different just because the feet are at different angles. So I'm not too bothered by that. But, yeah, like, there are some things where there should at least be... They should be close. I'm probably not going to get them absolutely perfect, but it should be close. And like, yeah, if I was just drawing like clothes, like normal clothes, then I wouldn't really care if it's like that different when it flips horizontal or not. But yeah, it's because it's supposed to be just one whole thing, and this feels off. It's but yeah, again, that's something once I get all the other stuff hashed out, I can just work on balancing that. Yeah. Okay, that's not a bad circle. Okay, it's better than the last draft. Could definitely be improved. But it is better. Okay. But it's 7 o'clock, so that means it is time to end stream. Thank you guys for being here. And I'm glad I was able to share my good news with you guys. Alright. So, who to raid into? Oh, and thank you guys for being here. Okay. Honestly, we might as well go from one art stream to another. Right now, Rainboba is doing some, he's working on some art. Might be commission, might be fan art, can't really tell. But yeah, we'll be raiding into Rainboba's stream. Okay, well, I'll start the raid now. Alright, so like I said, thank you guys for being here. Whether you lurked, whether you chatted, I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so next stream, next stream will be tomorrow. It'll be at 5:30. We're going to be going through some more Mega Man Star Force. Last time we got cornered by some garbage robots in the middle of a dump. So yeah, that's what we're going to be heading back into. Alright, Okay, so I hope you all have a wonderful morning, noon, afternoon, evening, day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a wonderful time of it, and I hope I'll see you again next time. Let's raid. Okay, and for the YouTube side of things, I'll be ending the stream here. I hope to see you guys tomorrow as well. Goodbye.